Well, I forgot to put on my hat before I turned the video on because lots is going on this afternoon and I'm waiting for the doorbell to ring. This is the afternoon that my mom's friend is supposed to be coming by to pick up her nativity pieces, so pay before them and everything. So we've kind of got quite an afternoon in our hands. The doorbell is probably going to ring while I'm on video, so if it does, I'll have to go answer it. And so when that happens, I'm more than likely going to have to bring it to a quick stop. Probably not have a moment to say goodbye and everything. So just let you all know, in case that happens, I'm going to stop right there as soon as it opens. So I'd like to share a little thing we're going to do here for these little grandfather frosts. I've already kind of made out the skirt on the other one, or the hat or whatever, since ending the last video, and so we're going to try to do a little extra work down into him and make it so we've got a mark here, and to make it where we've kind of got little places to come along, make it so it's going to make its way to us. And so this little work is going to be going its own way. And I decided for this little moment, I kind of started to make a cut up the face, but decided also to kind of make that cut that is right at the top of the hands, that's going to separate the hands from the place where the beard is going to end. I'm going to do that same little cut on this one as well. Try to make it so it's going to come right in that way. And so as for this work, it's going to make its way to us. See how a little work shall brighten us in the long run, make us all see things a little brighter, easier, better. Oh, to know our eyesight what's going to be. I say time to kind of, where we just did that cut there at the hands and the beard and mustache, and now to try to come a little further ways up the front of this grandfather frost, probably making the cuts perhaps a little too short, a little too long. Kinda need to maybe give the cuts just a little bit more space than I'm giving them. And so we got the thumb guard down too low. We need to fix that. And so I say we've made our marks here, places where they need to be, places where they ought to be, and so come along this way, bring a little faith to our work, and see how we can brighten it out a little more. Oh, to make work come easier for you, easier for me, easier for us. Oh, the way it's all going to make its way to us. I say, been learning little things about my friends, and oh, the things I may have not known before, but oh, the interesting things I find out in life. Oh, their upbringings, how they were raised. Some of the things I find out they might not have known. Some people I find out there's a younger generation that may not even know quite as much concerning Ebenezer Scrooge and the Grinch like I do. Share a lot of old stuff with them from the things I just remember so well that I always watched as a kid. They kind of meant so much to me when I saw them as a kid and learned so much from them. And I say there was so much to find out about how the two characters, a lot of things we find out about them. I sort of made this little mark coming up the face here. There's also going to be a little ways we're going to deal with this too. Thank God we got the work to come along, make it so we see a little brighter day, brighter light coming to us, showing how we all just know a grace of God that comes our way. Oh, the things I remember. Oh, the things I learned in school, and all the things they tell us when we're kids, and man alive, all the things you never know that you never learn. And so I say it's all going to be a little heavier, a little bit of work to do, and come a long ways, take care of all the things we need to take care of in life, and oh, drive away all the things as far as what all they mean, and oh, little grace comes in our hearts. I say, a little more time put into this work. I'll tell you that I don't know where I laid that pencil down. It's probably around here somewhere. I've probably got multiples of them, and so they could be around anywhere. I tell you that thought I had one in this little box down here, but apparently not. Guess I'll have to take a colored one to do what I need to do, because colored one was all that was in the box. And there's little bitty steps we take along this thing, and finally found one that is kind of little, kind of short and stubby, but it works. And so we're gonna draw along this little line for the mustache and come along where we make the little nose to come in like it ought to be. That's where I just drew the line along here. And then next thing you know, we got this little other one here too. We're going to draw a line across to make the little mustachey here, and kind of try to draw in the lines to make the nose go in. And there we go, showing our little selves to who we are, what we do. And oh, I tell you, little work shall dry itself down to us and make us all see a good little Grandfather Frost come our way. Just drew in the new mustache lines there. Kind of got to draw them in over here too, and kind of make it so it's going to be uniquely special and show for the best. I say this is the kind of work that we do in the long run. Make it so it's going to see us for who we are and what we do. and I'm always amazed by the way I have of doing these things. Just finding little shapes and sizes down in the piece of wood here. And then there's a place here where you see the little cuffs of the sleeves. We're going to cut those out, starting at the hand. We're going to make the little cut at the hand and try to get along to the very bit of the cuff here and see how it's all going to make a little way in us. Oh, the little cut is going to come on the way here and make it so old Grandfather Frost is going to have a way here. Of all things I need to mention, the fact that I'm doing these Grandfather Frosts and the fact that I'm fascinated with him and have been working on Ukraine Santas, it really has nothing to do with the fact that Russia is invading Ukraine when you consider the fact that Grandfather Frost is the Russian legend of Santa. So I didn't think all that through when I kind of got to doing all this, but did kind of want to mention that I do believe these Santa characters, they have a lot to know about them. And by the way, I'm going to make the same little cut on the hands here. So I will say above all things that there's a little bit of a disclaimer here. It's not based on the fact that Russia and Ukraine have both been the story this year. I've always had an interest in Grandfather Frost and in carving him in different ways and forms, even before the time that Russia invaded Ukraine. So, with a little work coming this way, we're making the little frosty Santa the way we kind of need him to be, and kind of show how to put a little work into making out the hands and the cuffs and the sleeves, and so everything comes along its own way. Make it so we're all gonna see a little light come into us. I say kinda put the hands in here. And so we've kind of got a little cut to make on this little line here, right about the place where we need to make the sleeve cuff, and kind of try to put a little motion in this, make it so we're going to see the Grandfather Frost come out just the way that he ought to be. And so with the little hands and cuffs coming in the way of the thing, it's going to be a little bright shiny day for us when we all get it done in the end. Today, of course, I forgot to bring my coffee and water over here because, like I said, I've got a lot to do this afternoon. But I tell you what, we took care of the sleeve cuffs on this one here. I think I'm going to do that same little step on this one over here, and maybe stop the video just in case the doorbell rings in a little bit. So we've kind of got plenty of time to take care of these little things, working our ways up to make little boy Santa coat. And taken down to the last draw. And then again, it's going to come a time when we've kind of got to join the hands together, make them fold at the side, and it's going to be almost like all those little nativity figures I've made, where the hands come in like that. And so there's a little work that shall come its own way. I say there's probably not much we can do. We don't have much time before it's going to be about time for the doorbell to ring, so I'm going to kind of get things finished up here, get back with you all sooner or later. And I tell you, I've been so blessed lately to be having some friends who been talking like they might come out to support me at some of my shows. Even had a few who at some of them already did, and we've all got a little things going for us very well in this day and age. I say this little work shall brighten its way to us. We shall see a light coming in our ways. Blessed child, blessed soul, blessed spirit. It's just a little ways we work, go about what we do, make it so it's all gonna shine a little way to us. We see our work coming this way and making us see how much better we can be for all who we are, all that we know. God is good, good to us in every way, I say. The little work shall come, and so finally we got it all down to that last point. Do need to stay out and watch out for the door though, because it could ring any minute. So I do need to turn this off for now and say thank you for watching. Hope you'll be back in the next video, and goodbye.